Drov's history is in tire inflation, and that's really where we started, was with the wheel end. Adding on to inflation and then deflation capabilities, we started to look at load, and Pete really expanded that, saying, well, if we're going to connect to a sensor to figure out load, or TPMS, what else can we connect to on the trailer to make it smart and safe?
Think of it as a Swiss Army knife. It has 7 radios on it, a whole bunch of wired and wireless technologies. It can do tire inflation and deflation. It can monitor the temperature and pressure inside each tire individually through TPMS sensors. It can monitor like the brake temperature. We're integrated with hub temperature monitoring too, so if the hubs get hot or they start to vibrate, we can tell you that you got a problem with your hubs. It can integrate with ABS systems and tell you what's wrong with it and what to check. It will also tell you if your brake pads are wearing. Also knows if the door's been opened, the weight of the vehicle, speed of the vehicle. It has a GPS, it has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee radio, and it also has cellular communications back up to the cloud so you can monitor it remotely. And it also has a mobile communications back to the driver through a mobile app so they can see if there's any alerts or warnings that are happening on the trailer as they're driving down the road, like if they run over something and there's a tire leaking or they're going to have a blowout, it'll warn them beforehand.
What Airbox One is doing, the drivers need to know that information so that they can prep for the journey and make sure that our trailer health is in good condition. So what this screen will tell you is if your tires are good, if your lights are good, if you have enough air pressure in the tires, you have enough air tank pressure to do the journey. The camera image inside the trailer is good, if the load inside is so that it doesn't fall during the journey. That all can be displayed over here, and it gives the information to the driver if it's ready to use or if he needs to make sure something needs to be done to it. The Airbox One runs on its own battery as well as the vehicle power that truck provides. So when the trailer is just parked in the yard for a few months, you still need to know what condition the trailer is in so that the fleet manager can assign the trailer to whichever location it wants to be in. The Airbox One wakes up and gives all the information every day, and the solar panel basically keeps the battery charged so that it can do that function and still be able to give you all the information.
And they can drill down to any trailer, or they can see a whole overview of a whole fleet, seeing the health of the fleet, how many trailers are parked, where they're parked, how many need to get looked at, and what they need to get looked at. They can find any trailer anywhere.
I think what's exciting about it is the way that we've built Airbox One. It is for today's driver and making the driver safer, avoiding fines. I think the way that we've designed it, it's been futuristic, but applicable to making the driver as safe today as they possibly can be.